Yo, welcome back. Last time we started the third game in the series, A Happiness Story. Um, Basically, Jack was trying to kill himself, but then his daughter from the future stopped him. She came back again, and she gave him back his memories. And then we got attacked by a girl who likes visual novels, who claims to be an existential. Wait, no, she didn't. What did she say she was? She didn't say she was anything. Yeah, Morale called them existential. She said we were the usurper. Usurper. How do you pronounce that? Hang on. Usurper. Yeah, she said we were that, and then she shot at us. But we were fine. And then her daughter told us that there's a war in the future, and that people were leading the human resistance, and some people, or maybe some robots or something from the future, went back in time to kill us, so that we can't lead the human resistance in the future. So yeah. Let's continue. After a quick shower, I walked inside my room and sat on my bed. My head is in such a chaotic state. I need to calm down and think things through. I stood up near my window and gazed at the sky. A beautiful moon greeted my eyes. Alright, let's try to understand what's going on. According to Morale, her reason for traveling here again is because of a certain group. The existential is what Morale called them. She said they're here to kill me because I'm leading a war against them in the future. Okay, I guess I didn't need to do the recap if he's gonna do it. And humanity is winning? Question mark, question mark? Sigh, this sounds like the plot of some cheesy 90s movie, maybe starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. If it weren't coming from Morale herself, I wouldn't have believed any of this. Of course, there's this thing that happened today with the visual novel girl. She tried to kill me. If I didn't dodge her shot, I would have been lying in a grave right about now. Oh yeah, I forgot. We had like a Neo moment where we dodged a bullet. Does that mean the visual novel girl is a part of this existential group? That's what I assume. That would make sense, I suppose. But there's something that has been bothering me ever since I woke up at the hospital. Oh, we're still at the hospital. Okay. That's why his room looked different. If the visual novel girl was sent here to kill me, then why didn't she finish the job? Why did she knock me unconscious and just leave? That's a good question. Did she think her kick to the head would be enough to kill me, or was I just lucky? I feel like I'm missing a few pieces of the puzzle. Like what happened when she shot at me. That weird state. I swear it felt like I could control time. Or a time wizard. I know it sounds crazy, but it really felt like that. How else would you explain me being able to dodge a bullet like that? You're in the simulation. Wait, is this going to be the Matrix? Are we actually in the simulation? Also, I went back to look at my recordings, and I like move my mouse all over the screen way too much. I'm going to try to do less of that. It's like annoying. Sigh, no matter how much I think about this, it just doesn't make sense. I need to like fidget with something with my other hand though. Okay. I got a Rubik's Cube in my other hand. We're all good. No matter how much I think about this, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, let's try to focus on what's most important right now. Morale. I need to figure out a way to get her to safety. She's in great danger just by being involved in all of this. But how? How can I make sure she stays safe? The first thing that comes to mind is telling her to return to her timeline. But we both know what happened last time I tried to push her away. Does she? Does she have the memory from the previous Morale who went back in time? Because I'm still not clear if the other Morale also had a war with the existential in her future. She's a stubborn girl, so she won't go back no matter what I say to her. She must have gotten her stubbornness from me. So what should I do? How can I keep my daughter safe? Lock her in her motel room or stay with her 24/7. I mean, first one's pretty funny, so we can try that. Really? You think that would work? I mean, I guess if I lock her in, she won't be walking outside and getting in trouble. But come on, would such a thing really work with that troublesome daughter? I can imagine her trying every possible way to break out of her motel room. Not to mention she has that TSR device that's basically a portable time machine. Yeah, locking her away will only create more complications and put her in more danger. Well then you shouldn't have given me the choice. Sigh, I guess I have no other choice but to stick with her until I can find a solution to this mess. Worst case scenario, I turn myself into those existentials bastards, or whatever their name is. After all, they only care about my death. Alright, that's enough thinking for now. I should go to sleep. I need to rest as much as I can. So the existentials sent people... They sent an agent in the past to kill us when we were young. And first of all, they didn't do it when we were like a baby. They decided to do it when we were 18 for some reason. And also, they got the visual novel girl to do it out of anyone. The very next day, Morale and I were heading to school. Morale seems to have come up with a plan, stating it was the best option we have. But I had my reservations upon hearing the details. So let me get this straight. The plan is to sneak into the principal office and take a look at confidential documents. So basically, the plan is to commit a crime. What does this have to do with anything? Is the principal of the school involved in all of this? Jeez, don't say it like that, Dad. If we want to stand up to that Ellie girl, we need more information about her. Information that can only be found in the students' records. I already know she studies here, so why not just look for her and try to catch her off guard? That was my first thought, but the TSR doesn't detect her presence in this timeline. So I guess she's not here right now. So the TSR can also detect people's presence. It can just do anything, really. Really? That's great. Maybe she gave up or something. I'm afraid not. The existentials are obsessed with what they consider their holy mission. Holy mission? You mean holy mission, surely. They would rather die than give up on you. Our very own fan club, huh? I replied as I let out a dry laugh. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. This is too loud. Okay, I'm keeping the volume here. If it's too quiet later, then whatever. Meanwhile, Morale wasn't amused. She kept looking at me with a worried look on her face. Then all of a sudden, her expression changed. I followed Morale's line of sight. That's when a certain brown-haired person greeted my eyes. Is this the first time we've had two sprites on screen at the same time in this series? I feel like it is. Good morning. Carmen. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I heard you got injured yesterday. Are you okay? Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped and hit my head. That must have hurt. The moment Carmen said that, she noticed Morale grinning to the side and turned her attention to her. Hi, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Carmen, a third-year student. You must be the new transfer student everyone is talking about. Yeah, I'm Morale. It's very nice to meet you, Carmen. Morale. Have we met before? Haha, maybe we met in a past life or timeline or something. You can't say that! You're breaking down the timeline by saying that. Very subtle, Morale. Alright, well I hope you enjoy your time at our school. If you need anything, feels free to ask me. Morale continued to grin back at her mother like a child who just got a compliment from their parent. Well, I'm glad you're not hurt too badly. Oh, look at that, the little slide. We're getting some technology. Carmel then turned around and left. What are you doing, Daddy? Don't let her leave just like that. What do you want me to do, Morale? She just wanted to say hi. That's not true. Stop being so dense and go after her. She obviously cares about you, otherwise she won't have come to check on you. Just try talking to her more. It doesn't matter what topic you two discuss. Just talk to her. We don't have time for this, Morale. We should focus on the serious matter at hand. This is equally important, Dad. Morale continued to look at me with a sad look on her face. She really cares about this, which I kinda understand, but we really don't have time for this. With Carmen's memories gone, it will take a very long time for us to become as close as before. Time that we don't have, especially with the mess we're in right now. Daddy? Okay, I'll go talk to her. What, really? Yeah, I'll be right back. I turned around, leaving my daughter behind with a puzzled look on her face. She probably thought I was just kidding around. Carmen! I started at the disappearing figure of the brown-haired girl in the distance. Luckily, it seems like she heard me, but oddly though, so did half of the students walking by. Carmen turned around and faced me with a perplexed look on her face. Did you call for me? Yeah, can we talk for a second? Sure. Carmen continued gazing at me, curious about what I had to say. And to be honest, I was curious as well. I mean, what now? What should I say to her? Did I get a choice? Last time, it literally took the end of the world for us to start dating, and even then, things were kinda awkward. So how should I handle this? I looked behind me at the figure of my bothersome daughter gazing back at us with wide, serious eyes. I don't think I ever saw her looking that serious before. Haha, I truly admire Morale. The way she throws herself out there and risks everything for what she believes in is something I don't think she inherited from either Carmen or I. I myself stress and overthink over a simple trip to the mall, and Carmen often needs world-ending events to express her feelings. We're truly very hopeless parents who are blessed by a courageous, strong, and slightly troublesome daughter. Maybe that's it. Okay, have you just been like thinking to yourself for a minute straight and you've just been staring at each other? Or maybe for once I should take a page from Morale's book. Maybe for once I should just shut down my brain and just go with my gut. Sigh. Okay, here it goes. Carmen, I love you. Please go out with me. What? A few hours later, I was standing on the second floor near the faculty room. Across from me was an energetic girl who was even more energetic than usual. Did you see it? Did you see it? Mom blushed so hard, she looked like a tomato. And the way she flustered for a second before she ran away was so cute. Okay, she ran away? Jesus. I'm glad you found my public embarrassment so amusing, Ral. Public embarrassment? Geez, don't ruin it, Daddy. For once, you've been straightforward with Mom. This is a great accomplishment. You should feel proud. Plus, you did it in front of the whole school. Yeah, so romantic. That last part was not intentional. Now you need to corner Mom in her classroom, grab her from her arm and pull her towards you. I don't think we should do that. Then kiss her in front of everyone. Yeah, I don't know about that. Again, this is sexual assault. Okay, how about we focus on that door for now? Oh, right, give me a second. I'll get it open. Keep an eye out in case someone comes this way. After saying that, Morale took out what looked like thin metal wires and started lockpicking the door. I was going to question the reason she even knows how to lockpick doors when all of a sudden the lock made a clicking sound. She's been watching the lockpicking lawyer. Got it. Okay, I will go in and try to take pictures of that Ellie girl's school file. Just keep a lookout, Dad. Wait a sec, I should be the one going in. Did you forget, Daddy? I don't belong in this timeline. So even if I get caught inside and get suspended from school, it doesn't really mean anything since this isn't my school anyway. True. But if you get caught and suspended, major consequences will befall your life. So stop worrying and watch the door. Morale declared before she went inside. She's getting more bossier by the second, kind of morphing into her mom. I don't understand why only, like the TSR machine thing, the what was it called? Like the divergence quota or whatever? The number that went up when she told us things. Why does it only go up when she tells us things? Shouldn't it go up every time she does anything? Like her breaking into this principal office is something that didn't happen in the past, and that would also have consequences in the future. So why isn't that affecting the number? I decided to keep a lookout, making sure no one was around while Morale continued to make rummaging noises inside. Hurry up, Morale, we don't have much time. Oh, this is kind of messed up. What? What did you find? The principal is one strange fella. He has the student's record in order of attractiveness. Okay, Jesus. And not just the girls either. He even rated the male students too. I can stand a pedophile, but a gay pedophile? Now that's crossing the line. Hey, Dad, you want to know your ranking? Come on, Morale, just find what we need and get out of there. Okay, let's see. Ellie. Got it. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to take some pictures of her dossier. Hurry up. I think I can Before I could finish my words, the sound of footsteps echoed in the hallway. I turned to my right just to be greeted by the figure of a person with a curious expression. Excuse me. Carmen, what are you doing here? Surprised by her sudden appearance. Oops, I let out what must have appeared like an exaggerated reaction. Okay, don't mess it up. You're in, man. Don't mess it up. I wanted to apologize for running away from you earlier. But that's fine, don't worry about it. I replied, trying to urge Carmen to leave. Morale is still inside the principal office, and he might return any second now. No, it's not fine at all. You put yourself up there in front of the whole school, and I just bail on you like a coward. She's so nice. Jack doesn't deserve her. The whole school, I think you're exaggerating a bit there. Haha. No, really. Everyone is talking about you, even the teachers. Wonderful. Carmen, can we talk about this later? I'm kind of occupied with something right now. I'm sorry, I won't take much of your time. I just wanted to ask you one thing. Okay, what is it? Did you mean what you said to me? Huh? The I love you thing. Oh, I instinctively looked away, avoiding Carmen's gaze, and spoke. Kinda, yeah. Really? Really? Really, really? Really, really? Or really, really, really? Really, really, really? Good, because I kind of feel the same. I'm sorry, you said you're busy. I'll leave you to it, but can we talk more about this after school? Yeah, sure. Great, I'll see you after school then. Carmen then turned around. That was easy. Then turned around and left. A few seconds later, Miral appeared from behind the door with a unique expression decorating her face. Ooh, that was so cute. I didn't know you had it in you, Daddy. Mom was right, you can be very romantic sometimes. I guess we should start brainstorming possible date spots for you and Mom. Maybe later. Did you finish taking pictures of the visual novel girl's record? Oh yeah, I got all of it, but something is off with the TSR. What do you mean? I'm not sure, but for now, we should get out of here. Miral's sudden change of behavior sent a shiver through my soul. What could she mean by something is off? I followed after my daughter, but every step I took, the feeling of dread intensified inside my being. What could be awaiting me at the end of this path? My stories never had a good ending. Will this be any different? Alright. Okay, you mean echo music again. Alright, this place should do. Let's try this again. Miral pulled out the TSR device and started pushing weird-looking buttons on it. Every time she did so, the TSR would make a weird-sounding beep, which caused Miral to become even more frustrated. I had no idea what she was doing, but I could notice that things weren't going her way. What's going on, Miral? You're making me nervous. Daddy! What? What is it? Daddy, I'm sorry. Is it over one? Miral declared as tears began to flow down her cheeks. What's going on? Why are you crying, Miral? I think we failed, Daddy. Humanity is over. Huh? The TSR, Daddy, it can't pick up any trail or result of Ellie. No matter how many times I run her information through it, it shows nothing, no result. I don't understand. What does that mean? It means Ellie doesn't exist, not in this timeline or any other. The TSR could not detect anyone with her characteristics. Maybe something is wrong with the TSR. It's just a device after all. No, that's impossible. The TSR version 3 never failed to identify anyone, no matter what timeline or world they come from. And maybe she just falsified her information. If she is a part of that existential group, then it will make sense that she won't use her real identity. That's impossible as well. A person can falsify their name or date of birth, but stuff like their height, their dental record, or fingerprint is impossible to change. Okay, but it definitely is, because she's not really attending this school. She probably faked the records that she submitted when she enrolled in this school, so they could just be fake. Okay, but why does it matter anyway? Why do you say we failed? I don't get it. The reason the TSR can't identify Ellie is most likely because she's not human. She's a robot. What? Yes, it all makes sense. How she managed to arrive at this timeline. How she managed to sneak up on us and attack you. The fact she addressed you by the term usurper. Ellie's none other than the Null. Just like Zero. Null. They are fourth-dimensional creatures who reside at the edge of time, just like Blinkwinkle. We don't know much about them, except that they are immortal beings that don't abide by the rule of time. They usually don't concern themselves with the affairs of mortal. To them, we're no different than bugs fighting amongst each other at the side of a tree. I thought Nulls weren't allowed to interfere, but she just tried to kill us. But we did find some records of a few humans who came in contact with the Null, although we don't know when and why. We also know that the enemy of humanity has been trying to make contact with them, most likely to procure their help and support in the war. That's when Aunt suggested we stop them by reaching out to the Nulls first. If we manage to get even one of them on our side, then humanity's victory will be assured. After all, Nulls are immortal. They can't be killed. They can't be defeated. But we failed. Ellie attacked you. She tried to kill you. This could only mean that Aunt Naz has failed in contacting and persuading them to help us. Okay, maybe we can get another one to help us, though. Maybe we can get Zero to help us. The Nulls have sided with the enemy, with humanity's enemy. There is no hope for us now. No matter how much we fight, no matter how much we struggle, we're just humans. Even if we fire all of humanity's nukes at a single Null, it will barely scratch them. We've lost the moment the Nulls joined the war. I didn't manage to understand everything Miral was talking about, but I understood enough. The way Miral spoke, the look in her eyes. I never thought I'll ever see my energetic daughter who saw hope and happiness in everything display such expression. I wonder if the game is gonna pull like a meta twist where like, because Jack is always like talking to us, the player, in a meta way. I wonder if it's gonna be explained as him talking to the Null that's like watching his story or something. Are we a Null? Not we as in Jack, but like, are we the reader a Null? Is that what it's doing? My heart twisted in pain the longer I stared at it. I wanted to say something, to do something that will fix everything. Something that will bring back my daughter's smile. But what? What could I do? What could a hopeless human such as myself possibly do against world-ending creatures? What could I possibly do for my daughter? None of this makes sense. A story should have a solid structure. It should have a first act, a second act, and a final act. It should have ups and downs and a clear purpose. Maybe you should... Never mind. Never mind. This tale doesn't make sense. It's fucked up. It's all fucked up. Do you hear me? This is not fair. You can't just keep piling up misfortunes on us. At this point, it's just torture. You're torturing us. What's the point of having choices and bad endings if even the good endings are bad? At this point, you might as well kill me all and call it the end. Do you hear me? I know you're listening to me. I know you're watching me. Yeah, again. Just kill me, please. Just end my existence and end this tale. If my death will make my daughter stop crying, if it will end her suffering, then go ahead and get this over with. Relieve yourself of this never-ending tale. Relieve yourself from the burden of writing this story and just kill me off. Do it! Do it now! Okay. Alright, there you go. Are you happy? Did what you asked to. Are we good? Damn, guess not. Please. Please, I'm begging you. In the end, my words never received an answer. All I was able to do was hold my daughter between my arms as she cried. I tried to give you an answer. As she let out all of her frustration and pain, we both stood at the top of my school. It was a beautiful sunny day during the winter season. A day that should have been a rare sight in what felt like the coldest winter of our lives. But instead of feeling hopeful and seizing this opportunity, dark, intense despair filled our hearts. Winter? Fear and hopelessness shackled her youthful spirits, and the weight of the world burdened on her shoulders. For you see, at this precise moment, Meryl and I were the only two people who know of the dreadful truth. The only two humans who know that the world is doomed. The only humans who knew it was the end. We went downstairs and started heading towards the school's gate. Meryl was walking behind, holding onto my shirt with her head hung down in despair. Okay, but you need to go talk to Carmen, though. Almost like she lost the will to keep moving, she relied on me to guide her along. I tried many things to cheer her up, from telling her cringy jokes to trying to come up with alternative explanations to her situation, but to no avail. Meryl just continued looking down with a dark expression decorating her once cheerful face. Winter, by the way. A few minutes later, we arrived at the school's gate. Most students were at the cafeteria having lunch, so the school entrance was largely devoid of life, when all of a sudden a voice calling out my name echoed in my ears. It was such a rare occurrence for someone to refer to me by my real God-given name. I quickly turned around to the source of this voice. It's interesting that, like, if you didn't play the Hassan DLC, you still wouldn't know the protagonist's name, because I'm pretty sure it was only said there. We haven't heard it in any of the main games. Hold on, please. Carmen? I was coming to talk to you when I saw you heading out. Are you leaving early? Yeah, Meryl is not feeling so good, so I'm escorting her home. What happened? Is she okay? Yeah, she just needs to rest. Okay, give me a second. I'll come with you. Carmen then turned around and started running back to school. A few minutes later, she returned with her school bag and gestured for me to start walking. Meryl, on the other hand, barely acknowledged her mother's presence. Her silent gray eyes continued to look at the floor as she kept walking behind me. Her steps were light and weak. It felt like it took every ounce of strength she had to continue walking. So I kneeled down in front of Meryl, urging her to get on my back. Okay, is Carmen not gonna get the wrong impression here, or? Meryl instinctively complied and wrapped her arms around my neck. I then stood up and started walking forward, carrying my daughter on my back. Carmen looked at us for a second, perhaps confused by the sight of a teenage boy giving a piggyback to another girl his age, but she chose to remain silent at the end. My heart twisted in pain with every step we took, with every passing moment my daughter remained in this state. Perhaps trying to comfort myself, I held on to the belief that she will be okay, that a good night's rest will bring my morale back, that this was all temporary and soon Meryl will be back to her usual energetic and slightly troublesome ways. I held tightly to this hope, for I was the only person left at Meryl's side. If what she said is true, and these creatures, these Nulls, have joined the enemy's side in the future timeline, if this is true, then the war is over and humanity is lost. Even if Meryl goes back to her timeline, all that will await her is destruction and death. Everyone she knows in the future is probably dead, and the only one left at her side is me. That's why I shall deny my cynical nature and pessimistic ways. I shall take the role of the hopeful character, a person morale can cling to and rely on to guide her through the mist of despair. I shall act as her father and keep my daughter safe and sound. Even a hopeless existence such as myself is at least capable of such a role. After walking for a bit, we arrived at the city center. Perhaps not being able to keep it to herself anymore, Carmen turned my way and spoke. You two are pretty close, huh? You said you were relatives? Yeah, we're kind of cousins, I suppose. Cousins? Be honest, you appear much closer than that. Maybe like siblings or something. When I saw you coming to school together yesterday, I honestly was astonished. I had to pinch myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming or something. Is it that unimaginable for someone to want to come to school with me? Haha, no, that's not what I meant, dummy. It's just the way she was looking at you, the way you were trying so hard to hide your happiness. I never thought I'll ever see you in such a sight. That's why my mind jumped directly to the conclusion that she was your girlfriend. Someone you met over winter break, someone who brings you so much joy. But then you confessed your love to me all of a sudden. It took me by surprise. The first thing that came to mind was that you're trying to build a harem or something. That you weren't satisfied with just Morale and wanted another girlfriend. What? How can you honestly think that? Can you blame me? You never once showed any interest in me. You always treated me like a jailer who's forcing you to attend her club. Then out of nowhere you drop an I love you bomb like it's nothing. Do you understand how confusing that is? I guess Carmen has a point. Unlike me, she doesn't have any memories of the events of last summer. So from her point of view, it must have seemed like a random declaration of love. I mean, you still have the memory of us like cheering you up after your boyfriend left you in the first year, right? It must have freaked her out, especially coming from someone who spent the majority of last year trying to get away from her and her club. But then, a more confusing question is suddenly revealed. Why did you say yes then? Huh? Why did you accept my confession? Well... It's because... New sprite. Because of what? It's because I love you too, idiot. Baka. After flustering for a good moment, Carmen finally said the words I wanted to hear. I turned my head to look at my daughter, who was wrapping her arms around me. But her expression remained the same. She showed no reaction at all. Despite her parents having finally expressed their feeling to each other, Muriel showed no reaction. Hey Muriel, what are you doing? Didn't you hear? Didn't you hear what your mother said? Shouldn't you be dancing in joy right now, making all kinds of weird cheerful noises? Giving me terrible romantic advice that will get me thrown in jail? What are you doing, meow? You forgot your daughter's name, man. The moment you waited for all your life. So please snap out of it. Stop laying on my back like a motionless doll and say something. Anything, please, Morale, anything. But no matter how long I waited, no matter how much I wished for it, Morale didn't say a word. The rest of that day, Morale remained the same way, a lifeless doll. Holy shit, the gif. Once we arrived at Morale's motel, we took her to her room and laid her to bed. Morale fell in the bed motionless and closed her eyes, drifting to the world of dreams. I, on the other hand, remained sitting on the chair beside her. As night approached, the rain started pouring down in the streets, and before I knew it, a full winter storm greeted my eyes. Is Carmen still here? Closing the door behind me, I left the motel to buy a few necessities from the store, but perhaps that was just the excuse I gave myself in order not to look at the state my daughter was in. I sat at the curb as the rain continued pouring down on me. My tears mixed with raindrops, masking my sobbing face from the people passing by. Or so I thought, because one person noticed me and stood in front of me. You're gonna fall sick, you know. I don't think you're wearing appropriate clothing for this weather. That person was none other than Carmen. She had her hair in a nostalgic ponytail as she faced me. What are you doing here? You didn't think I would leave you alone when you looked like the sight of death itself, did you? Upon saying that, Carmen came closer and sat next to me, making sure I was covered by her umbrella too. How is she? She's sleeping right now. I see. So are you ready to tell me what's going on? Huh? Do you think I didn't notice? First, Morale randomly appears one day, then the next day you get injured and sent to the hospital. Then literally the day after that, Morale is in a very bad state of mind and you're sitting here kicking yourself, blaming yourself for being somehow responsible for what's happening to her. It doesn't take a genius to realize that something seriously wrong is going on. So are you going to tell me, or should we just sit here moping together? Can we tell her? I can't. Huh? I can't tell you what's going on. It will destroy everything. Okay, yeah. The timeline instability meter must be pretty close to 1 by now. If I explain everything to Carmen now, then everything will collapse and the event of last summer will occur once again. Maybe if our daughter didn't tell us that we have a mustache in 20 years, maybe we could have told her something, but unlucky, I guess. I can't let that happen. So by not telling me you're protecting something very important to you, is that it? Yes, I'm protecting the world from destruction, is what I wanted to say to her. But am I really? If the Nulls have joined the enemy side, then what world am I protecting exactly? Isn't it pointless? If humanity is already lost, then would it be such a bad idea if I just tell Carmen everything? I mean, you can just go try to convince her, like, maybe if I explain everything to her, she would figure out a way to help me out. To save her from the state of limbo she's currently in. If I can somehow give my daughter a moment of happiness, then wouldn't sacrificing the world be worth it? I stood on my feet facing Carmen, who had I stood on my feet facing Carmen, who had a bewildered expression all over her face. There goes, my final card, my last hope. Okay, I shall tell you everything. Don't do it! Okay. Carmen stood up as well as she waited my words. I clenched my fist and spoke. Carmen, Before I could say anything else, a distinctive sound caught my attention. I quickly turned to my right just to spot 3 armed men pointing their guns at us, and at the center of them stood a weird-looking creature. Hello. You. My name is... My name is Ilanus Warbly Greatos Fort, but you can be my human name, Ellie, if you please. Ilanus Warbly Greatos 4. I'm a proud member of the race you mortals call Nulls. You usurper, it's time. The aura emitting from the creature standing in front of me dominated the place. Her presence was that of a noble creature gracing the pitiful mortals with her words. Carmen, shocked by the weird sight in front of her, took a step back and hid behind me. But this creature should not have any interest in her. That's right, this creature, this Null, has come for me. You got me. Let Carmen go. She has nothing to do with this. Carmen, you mean the human woman standing behind you? Then I'm afraid that's not possible. Yeah, you shouldn't have said who she was, because now they're going to want to kill her too. She's too a part of this. The creature declared it without making an expression. No, I'm the one you want. I yelled out at the majestic creature in front of me. For eons, Null lived in peace, not involving themselves with humanity's pitiful desires. Yet you worked so hard to get us involved, to harvest our power as a tool in your war. We had nothing to do with this, yet you got us involved. So no, your partner has everything to do with the current situation. She and every mortal in this timeline and all the timelines that exist. You're here to kill me, not her. There's no need for her to be here right now. Do you know someone by the name of Zero? Yes, I do. Huh? Taken by a sudden change of subject, I let out a surprised sound. She was a Null who you met with sometime last summer. She erased her memory. What are you talking about? I see, so she really did wipe your memory clean. I had no idea what she was talking about. Did I meet a Null last summer? No matter how much I searched in my memory box, I couldn't recall such a thing happening. It's like the second time he's referred to his memory as a memory box. Zero was unique. She never could be satisfied with her way of life. So she would sneak into the worlds of mortal and observe their daily lives, searching for what could pick up her interest. I'm guessing that's when she found you, the usurper. The mortal who stole the seed of a god. The man who killed his other self, crowning himself as a new god of time. You must have piqued her attention quite a bit. That's why she chose you as a candidate in her game. She locked you in some sort of a murder mystery game outside the realm of time. What the fuck are you talking about? Perhaps she wanted to see what made you so special. Is this another game in the series that I don't know about? What made a mere mortal worthy enough to become a god? Did she put us in Danganronpa? Or what are you talking about? She must have caused you much pain and suffering in her little game. After all, to us Nulls, humans are no different than insects, inferior life forms roaming the earth. Okay, hang on. I have a lot of notes to write. Zero. Put Jack in a murder mystery game, then erased his memories in the first game. Ali. Nulls exist outside the edge of time. Okay. Then you must have done something to her, something I'm unaware of. Because the next time I saw Zero, she was standing in front of the High Council requesting to be stripped of her title, of her immortality. I begged her to stop, to reconsider, but she wouldn't listen. The High Council! She just smiled and kept repeating the same phrase over and over again. I want to be human. That's why I accepted the Existential's offer. To find you, to discover the truth, and to make you pay for what you did to her. So I assumed a human form and approached you to learn what kind of person you are. How could a mortal make Zero decide to renounce her immortality? I had high expectations when I first approached you. But the more I engage with you, the more I watch you, the more I realize you're pathetic. True. You're really pathetic, even by mortal standards. You just stood there observing as everything passed you by. You kept pondering if you should end your existence, but at the same time you were too lazy and scared to go with it. You spoke trying to convince yourself that someone is watching your daily life, that someone is out there reading your thoughts and helping you make the choices in your life. As if you're a video game character going through an epic, profound journey. A journey that would make sense of your pitiful life, that would give a reason for everything happening in your life. You were scum. No, worse than that, you were nothing. My conclusion was that I had the wrong person somehow. Zero would never be affected by a person like you. Where is Zero right now? That day we saw each other at the school's gate. I was actually going to wipe you from existence as a favor for your worthless soul. But then something unusual occurred. A certain orange-haired human appeared by your side, and just like a switch being flipped, you completely changed. Almost like a whole different human being. So I decided to observe you some more, listen to your every conversation, watch your every interaction. It didn't take me long before I understood everything. But still, I wanted more proof. So I pointed what humans call a gun and pulled the trigger. Something I've seen done over and over again in your pitiful wars. But not only did you dodge my attack, but you managed to land a hit on me. A mortal has struck a null and succeeded. Even if I inform the High Council about this, no one will believe me. You, usurper, are a pitiful creature. We're just fucking riffing over here. But you're also a magnificent human. You're a magnificent person. You're a manifestation of what being human truly is. So you won't kill me? X equals 0 equals 1. Okay, you... Whoever read this definitely just finished reading Human Echo. This is what Zero must have discovered after meeting with you. This is why she decided to renounce her immortality, why she chose to become human. She wanted to be X. She wanted to be nothing and everything at the same time. Quick hydration break. She wanted to be free from the shackles of being a null. She wanted to be 0, but also 1. Ellie then gave me one final smile before she turned her attention to the armed men. She pointed her finger at them, then suddenly snapped her fingers. The men fell to the ground, screaming in pain before their bodies started turning to dust. One of the armed men mustered all of his strength and shouted, "You fucking null, you betrayed us!" Okay, then we won, right? Everything's good? After uttering his final words, the armed man fell to the ground, turning to dust. Ellie gave one final look at the remains of the armed man as they get washed away by rain. I never was on your side. I was and will always be on the side of truth. Okay, Erica. I'm pretty sure that is line for line a word, a line Erica said in Human Echo. Carmen and I stood there trying to comprehend everything that just happened. It felt like a weird fever dream or a hallucination induced by a strong drug. But the longer I locked eye with the winged creature in front of my eyes, the longer the truth became clearer in my head. But before I could vocalize any of my thoughts, a sudden sound of clapping caught our attention. Everyone shifted their gaze at the person clapping their hand in a sarcastic manner. I guess it's time for me to reveal myself, the real mastermind behind everything. I was joking. Wonderful, wonderful, simply elegant. You Nulls are truly in your own league. What are you doing here, servant of Tlo Slack? Oh please, call them T's. They hate being called by their full name. Too hard to pronounce, I suppose. T's? Oh, usurper, please don't think I was ignoring you. I was simply so engrossed in the Null's touching story, haha. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Isaac Hadachi. One more character to the list. Isaac Hadachi. I'm but a humble servant to my master, Tease, the rightful god of time. Servant to... what was his name? Tlo Slack. Okay. The second time he said that name, a surge of memories rushed through my head. The tease, the collective existence that tried to kill me and take my place as god of time last summer. Oh yeah, I forgot! Not only that, but they hurt everyone I cared about to achieve their goals. They are nothing but accursed monsters, hungry for power and destruction. And this guy is their servant? The moment I realized that, I shielded Carmine behind me as I gazed at the man with the annoying grin. Didn't we say the Nulls are like immortal and invincible, and if they're on our side, then we can't lose? So like, we're fine, right? Oh, there is no need for that, my friend. Let's all get along now. What do you want from me? I yelled out at the creepy man in front of me. For some reason, the aura he was displaying was far more menacing than the armed man, despite the fact that he didn't appear to be carrying any weapon. Oh, first I wanted to hear your opinion on my suit. I figured it will be appropriate to wear one that is similar to your buddy, Butterfly. After all, the events occurring right now are very similar to back then, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, it's almost like we're doing the same story again. Someone could say. Butterfly, who the fuck are you? Oh, sorry for expecting a long monologue about my identity and my motives, and I'm afraid I can't oblige. You see, it is a common trope that villains would go through a long monologue before they get defeated by the main character. And well, I wouldn't want to be defeated by you, usurper. So let's just say I'm here to accomplish my master's goal, which is to ensure your death. As for my own motives, well, let's just say it will greatly benefit me if stolen stuff returns to its rightful owner. I see, so you're here to kill him then. In that case, I won't allow it. Ellie spoke as she pointed her finger at the creepy man. Ha ha ha, don't be silly, Null. I'm not here to kill him. We both know that won't work anyway. Oh, are you surprised that I know? Perhaps Zero should have observed me if she wanted to see an interesting human. You're a human? Maybe then she wouldn't have decided to renounce her immortality, or at least she would have given it to me, haha. Listen here, you creepy fuck! You better turn around and leave. You better turn around and leave if you know what's best for you. Scary, but I think my leaving won't be in your best interest, usurper. What? How do you kill a god? Or more precisely, how can you kill the god of time? The existential idiots chose the radical approach, befitting their primitive brains. But that won't work. A human can't kill a god. Hell, even my master wasn't able to kill your last summer. Your death only restarted the timelines. In other words, my usurper friend, you're kind of immortal. Immortal? So how do you kill an immortal being? Raise your hand if you know. You trap him in a time loop for eternity. No one? Fine, I'll tell you. The only way to kill an immortal being is for that being to kill themselves. I mean, couldn't we rebuild the timeline anyway? I mean, I guess if we decide not to rebuild the timeline, then we are killing ourselves in a way. Kill myself? What the fuck are you talking about? Let me spell it out for you then. The usurper, would you kindly kill yourself for me? Enough. That's enough, servant of slow slack. Ha ha ha! I see you understood where I'm going with this now. He's going to say something. He's going to say like, Morale is dead in the future, and then the protagonist is gonna go, no! Dear usurper, please be kind and kill yourself in the name of my master. I don't understand what you're on about, but you gotta be insane if you believe anyone would kill themselves if you asked them nicely. Well, but of course, I'm not just relying on my good looks and charm to convince you to do so. You can say I took a page out of a good old Butterfly book. The moment the creepy man in the suit said so, he lifted his finger and pointed upwards. I followed where he was pointing, and that's when my eyes landed on a certain room on the 3rd floor. No, no! God, please, no, not again. Not again! Not again, God, please. I mean, it doesn't matter if she dies, because you're just gonna birth her again in like 26 years, so like, it's fine. I turned around and started running up the stairs. What were just 3 flights of stairs felt like an eternity. I ran and ran towards my destination. With every step I took, the fear in my heart increased further. Until all of a sudden, I pushed the door open with all my might and yelled, Morale! I looked around, scanning every direction of the dark motel room, but my daughter was nowhere to be found. Her motionless body that once lay on top of her bed was no longer there. I checked the bathroom, the closet. She's not here. Morale, please not again, please. Don't worry, my usurper friend. Your daughter is okay. I simply just relocated her. You give me back my daughter, or... Hey now, I don't suggest you use your newly found powers on me, my friend. After all, I happen to hold your precious daughter hostage, and we wouldn't want her to get hurt, do we now? Morale, let her go. She has nothing to do with this. Indeed, she is 100% innocent, and I take no pleasure in hurting innocent people. I will gladly return her safe and sound, under condition that you fulfill my request. The moment he said that, he took out a pistol and reloaded it in front of me. In there exists one bullet. Aim that gun to your head and pull the trigger. Then, boom, Morale returns to her bed safe and sound, and most like nothing ever happened. Okay, but also, we have to not rebuild the timeline, right? Or, I don't know. Refuse, and I'll gift her away to what's left of those existential apes. I'm sure you know this by now, but there are far worse fates than death. The choice is yours. Existential apes. I pray you make the correct choice, for your daughter's sake. The moment he said that, he clapped his hands and his entire body disappeared from in front of me as if it was never there. I lowered my gaze at the gun that was tossed in front of me. It looked no different than any gun I've seen in movies and video games. I don't know if this song is really fitting to the scene, man. Except this one was real. This one is capable of taking human life. Is this Mofu Mofu? Oh no, what's his name? The fucking Mafu Mafu. Is this a Mafu Mafu cover of Hated by Life Itself? Is that what I'm hearing right now? Whatever. I reached my hand and picked it up. It was heavier than I expected, but I picked it up and pointed it to my temple. This is it. If I pull the trigger, my life will be over. This fucking music. My short existence on this earth will come to an end and the world will continue without me. But don't let my tears fool you. This isn't a bad ending. This isn't a bad ending at all. Because with my death, Morale will be saved. She will return to the bed next to me. And also, but also humanity will be extinguished, right? Because we won't be there to lead the resistance in the future. So the existentials will win the war. She will realize that Ellie isn't our enemy. That the Nulls haven't joined the enemy of humanity. She will realize that humanity still had a hope, that we haven't lost yet. Why do you believe that he would do what he says he would do? Why would he not just kill her after you kill yourself? Because she's still on the side of humanity in the war, right? So she will gather everyone behind her and lead them to victory. So he's not on the side of the existentials, right? He's just like doing this to slow Slack, the eyeball god. I might not be around to see it, but I can picture it. I can picture her expression as she stands in front of the world, declaring the victory of humanity. So no, this isn't a bad ending. Ignore my tears. This isn't a bad ending. Don't you dare put a sad song with my ghost exit. It's okay. The song is very fitting. Don't worry about it. Don't you dare give that creepy Isaac guy the satisfaction of thinking he won. Do you hear me? Going crazy on the vocals. I didn't lose. I didn't lose. I didn't fucking lose. That was way too loud, sorry. I saw my mic peak like so far in the red when I said that. Shoot. The music cutting out. A warm sensation spread through my head as my body fell on the ground. With my last remaining strength, I closed my eyes and whispered, I love you, Morale. Good ending, right? Hello, my name is Destiny. I'm a goddess of bad endings. Yeah, I know. Oh, ending number 3, the last possible bad ending on the game. Are you disappointed there aren't more bad endings in this game? You are. That's pretty twisted, don't you think? Wishing for your observer friend to die more just for entertainment? Oh well, you're not here to be judged by me. You're here to hear your bad ending bonus. A while ago, you must have heard Ellie speak about a friend of hers, a Null by the name of Zero. You might be confused where and when the main character encountered Zero. If you are, then don't worry, you haven't missed it. Was the Asan DLC not released by this point? The story of Zero and her murder mystery adventure with the MC is featured in a visual novel by the name Null. Oh, okay. As I mentioned, it is a murder mystery where you, the player, need to help our observer friend discover the killer before it's too late. The fate of our observer friend and the whole of humanity will depend on you. But for now, I'm afraid you have arrived at a bad ending. Okay, hang on. Okay, Null is game number 9 in the series, so we still got a way to go before we get there. I mean, murder mystery is kind of my forte, so I'm excited to get there. But I don't know if I'll make it all the way to get to game number 9, but we'll see. Your observer friend is dead. I mean, really dead. Whether his death will actually be meaningful for the future of humanity or not remains unknown. So this is it. I would have offered to send you to the start of the game, but this late in the game it is pretty pointless. So I hope you made a save, otherwise you'll have to start over and keep pressing the control button to fast forward. Either way, up you go, human. Maybe I can finish this game in this episode, if that was the last bad ending. I don't know how much more there's gonna be, but... Hello? Hello? Okay. The gun was suddenly kicked from my hesitating hands and slid to the floor. I lifted my eyes to gaze at the person who forbade me from saving my daughter. Idiot, what the fuck are you doing? Come in. Before I could say anything else, a series of slaps hit my face with brutal force. Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Are you out of your mind? Well, you were going to shoot yourself. Seriously, did you lose your mind or something, you fucking idiot? Every time I look away there, you are doing something incredibly stupid and insane. Are you doing this on purpose? Do you enjoy making me suffer? This is the only way to save Morale. He took her daughter hostage. Aren't you like freaking out because you have no idea what's going on? You just saw like an angel come and like a guy talking about an eldritch god. So you think killing yourself will save her? Do you think that lunatic will nicely bring her back just like that? Yeah, that is a good point. And even if he does, do you stop to think how Morale will feel seeing you lying in a pool of your blood? You idiot, you fucking idiot. Carmen then came closer and wrapped her arms around me as she started to sob and cry like a little girl. Sorry. She was saying something, but her sobbing prevented her from making any sense. Yet I somewhat knew that she was insulting me or calling me an idiot. I wrapped my arms around her as I sat at the edge of the bed. Perhaps out of habit, I started patting her head as I gazed at the empty bed in front of me. Morale, I'm sorry. But before I could say anything else, I noticed a certain person looking at us with interest. Oh, you're still here. Humans are really an interesting species. Why did you pretend to be into visual novels? You would sacrifice yourself for the sake of someone else? You would put an end to your already short existence to ensure the survivor of your descendant? The survival of your descendant? I see. Zero, you finally stumbled upon something special. Stand up, son of man. This is so fucking Yumineko coded. Doesn't Federin call everyone children of man? Huh? Get up, there's something you need to hear. Following Ellie's serious tone, I stood up while helping Carmen to her feet. I have decided I shall aid humans in your war. I shall stand behind you until all of your enemies are destroyed. Okay, then go save Morale, right? With my honor as a Null, I swear loyalty to you, usurper, son of man. Ellie spoke as she locked eyes with me. But of course, you don't care about that right now. Even though you might be the only human in history to receive the loyalty of a Null, you're not too interested in that. After all, the only thing you care about is her, your daughter. Fear not then, there's a certain way you can save her without ending your existence. Also, I didn't harp too much on this. Stop skipping, I didn't harp too much on this, but I find it hard to believe that these like fourth dimensional godlike beings like didn't give a shit about humanity all this time, and fucking Jack, out of the 8 billion people on Earth, Jack was the one that made them rethink how they think about humanity. Really? Like Jack of all people? What is it? Please tell me. Fear not, there's a certain way you can save her without ending your existence, yeah. Come down, son of man, I shall explain. After you were crowned as the new god of time, the collective existence known as Tlo-Slack was robbed of the power they wanted. So perhaps to temporarily satisfy their hunger, they created their own world. A world they called Existence. Existence? Then they began kidnapping people from the real world and dropping them in this world. You must have heard of humans going missing all of a sudden last summer. Wasn't that because the timeline was breaking down? That was unrelated? Missing people? That's right, didn't the otaku girl say something like that back then? Tlo-Slack wiped the kidnapped humans' memories and allowed them to run free in his world. The kidnapped humans lived together, bred, and ultimately created their own societies and races. Are these the existentials? Much like the real world, the descendants of the kidnapped humans started wars against each other and fought for land and wealth. Meanwhile, Tlaloc stood by and ruled over this new world as their god. So failing to play God in the real world, he created his own world. Yeah, if the servant kidnapped your daughter and imprisoned her somewhere, then she must be in this fake world. I'm 99% sure of this. Are we gonna go on a fucking JRPG adventure? Like, what are you talking about? So if can't you just go do it on your own? You're like a super god, right? You can just go do that. So if I travel to this world, I can save Morale? Yes, I believe so. How? How can I get there? Please tell me. This is the difficult part. That world is under the direct control of Tlaloc. The moment I transport you there, you'll be detected as an aberration and immediately deleted. What? No, there must be a way, right? There must be something I can do. Well, yes, son of man, there is a way. If I strip you of all your memories... Not again! Not just your recent ones, but every memory you stored since the day of your birth. Is every game in the series gonna end with Jack getting his mind wiped? That would be very funny. Then you will be no different than any human kidnapped to that world. Tlaloc wouldn't be able to detect your presence. Perfect, I don't care. Okay, but how would you know what you need to do? Perfect, I don't care. Take my memories away. After I find Morale and bring her back, you can just give me back my memories, right? True, I can. Then go ahead, transfer me to this other world. Wait, if you take his memories away, won't he forget his original purpose in that world? Carmen is always the one here to say what I'm thinking. Correct. For this to work, I must insert a few memories regarding Morale into your brain. But not only will I need to only insert a very small amount, but I must insert them deep down in your brain so they won't be detected. The procedure to do so will be extremely painful. It will hurt so much you will beg me to kill you. What kind of procedure is that? That's fine. What? One final thing, even after arriving in this world, you will have to assume a completely new identity. Not only is this gonna be the next game in the series, not only will you have to get others to believe you, but you will have to believe it yourself. The moment you start doubting, the moment you start allowing your emotions to expose your true self, you will be wiped from existence by Tlaloc. You won't even see it coming. You will be deleted. Okay. What do you mean by okay? This is madness. This is no different than shooting yourself in the head. Haha, exactly. There's no way that Creeper, his master, will see this coming. I'll sneak it in his own damn world, snatch Morale, and bring her back. I will be an observer no more. I will take the fight to his precious fake world and fuck shit up. You're so cool. I promise, Carmen, not only will I save her daughter, but I'll make those assholes beg for their life. Can't you come with us? If you want to. I'll make them all pay for every pain and suffering they brought on us. Our daughter? Then I will come. I don't know this song. Then I will come with you. I'm not gonna let you do this alone. I'm afraid that's not possible. Sending two people at once will 100% alert Tlaloc. Don't worry, Carmen. If so many generations lived in that world since last summer, then my guess is time flows faster there. Correct. A year in that world is but a few seconds in this world. Oh, that's convenient. See, so even if I take a long time to save her daughter, for you it will be but a few seconds. So don't worry, Carmen, and have faith in me. I shall bring her daughter back to us. But is this Mofu Mofu again? Or Mafu Mafu? I guess whoever wrote this is a big Mafu Mafu fan. I'm ready, Ellie. Begin the procedure. Ellie then gave me one last smile as she shaped her fingers in the shape of a pistol and pointed it at me. I hope this isn't copyrighted. I wish you best of luck, son of man. I have sworn loyalty to you, so please come back. Please come back to me, Master. Master? Cheer up, Carmen. I promise you I'll come back. You better, otherwise I'll come back there myself and kick your ass. Kind of reminds me of Sora no Otoshimono, if anyone knows that show. Tsundere to the end, I see. I let a slight smile as the winged creature in front of me snapped her fingers, sending a horrific pain through my body. Ah! Is that it? Okay, that's it. Okay, that was by far the shortest game in the series. Continue the story by playing Existence RPG, available to play right now. Look at that, perfect length on the episode too. Oh, incredible. So, dude, this story is so wacky. Like, I don't know. Is it gonna be like a post credits? I don't think so, right? Okay, wait, I need to full screen. Wait, I can't click the cog. Don't let me. Guys, I can't. I'm stuck here. Guys, help. I can't do anything. Okay, let me mute this because it's making it hard for me to think, and I think it may be copyrighted. Okay. Let me just say my thought on this game. It was hard to think with the music. I feel like this game was kind of a waste of time because it just this feel like it was just a setup for the next game. I don't know if this needed to like be its own thing, really. I mean, I guess it was the shortest, so it didn't waste too much time. But like, I don't know, man. And I still hate Jack so much. And the story is getting more and more wacky. Like, now we're talking about like another universe where we're gonna go on a JRPG adventure to like fucking save our future daughter from the existentials. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is the next game like... It says RPG. Hang on, let me read the synopsis for the next game. Existence. The year 1020. It's the Second Magus War. The Kingdom of Riva and the... The Kingdom of Riva and the Empire are engaging in a destructive war to control the continent. You play as Alex, an undercover agent working for Riva, alongside your partner, Naz. Oh, just like Aunt Naz. You must escort an Imperial defector safely back to Riva. Wait, are we not Jack then? Or is Alex Jack? But then the unthinkable happens and you find yourself amid something much, much bigger. Would you bring would you bring on the forbidden peace, explore a massive world with hundreds of people, and take part in an epic war that will forever change not only the fate of the continent, but your destiny as well? Uh-oh. Is this going to be like a full-length RPG? Because I do not want to play a full-length RPG. Update 1 added 13 and 19-page short story as a bonus. Oh god. Oh god, this is like a full-ass fucking RPG. Oh god. And the next game is also an RPG, and it's called Milker. Why is it called Milker? Is it gonna follow fucking Hassan's crew stalking girls in the school? Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess see you next time for Existence. Oh my god, dude, I don't want to play an RPG. But I gotta see how the story ends. I gotta see if he can save his daughter. Okay, well, I guess see you next time for that. Okay, wait, did I finish saying my thoughts about this game? Sorry, I lost track of my train of thought. Yeah, this is probably my least favorite game in the series so far. I didn't really care. It was kind of boring. Yeah, I don't know. It just also it brought along a lot of like silly concepts, and it just felt like kind of the first game again. So yeah. But I guess see you next time for Existence. What the fuck am I doing?